Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Lost in Chaos Scar, Season 3, Episode 21, Patrolling Hamoa's Forest. This is one of our Pokemon Tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as at itch.io, so do take a look at it and let us know what you think. For now, though, we will begin with introductions, starting with Enja.
Hello and good day, everyone. I will be your storyteller for this evening, Enja Lumareus. I play the allies, I play the enemies, and I orchestrate all manner of events that will be befalling our players today, starting with Rex Strider.
Hey, I'm Rex Strider. I'll be playing Chomper, Firewater type Fue Crocodile. Pass it off to Raharu.
Hello everybody, I'm Raharu, and I'll be playing Paz, this solo water-type Sobble. On to you, Gimund.
Hi, I'm Gimund, and I'm playing Pyroclast, the sometimes ghost, sometimes dark fire Charmeleon. Currently he is Ghost Fire. On to the Squirrel.
Hello everybody, I am Razim, and I am playing as Squirrel, the dragon fighting type Riolu and embodiment of ADHD. Go ahead, Vane.
Hello, I am Taldirus, and I'll be playing Vane, the dark flying type Murkrow.
Alright, give me 1 second. Alright. And for the recap, go for it, Vane.
Okay, let's go. Even happened last time. I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't remember.
I am trying to remember what happened at the beginning, and I'm drawing a blank.
I'm literally pulling up the playlist right now. I'm fine cheating. I'm fine cheating in order to remember. We're doing it live, people.
Understandable.
You know, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Skip like. Oh, okay. Yeah, it started last time with discussions about the branch. That was it. I'll just cliff notes it at this point. All right. So last session we started off with Edge making it to where Squirrel was, and with Rallis in tow, with Edge being quite mad and angry at Rallis that he knew Hamoa's history and local landmarks better than Rallis did, despite growing up there. Because it turns out that the tree, known as the Impacted Tree, is the site of a memorial commemorating a battle that kept Hamoa on the map. To which Rallis didn't really know, or either or just like downplayed it enough, just going, "It's a tree." So he obviously didn't really actually know if it was important or not. Edge then proceeded to basically have a panic attack in front of the other two, and the other two, instead of going along with Edge's brilliant idea of an elaborate cover-up, trying to find a grass type that would be willing to keep quiet on it, and have them repair the tree so no one ever knew what anything happened, and pretending like he just got it from someplace, Instead, they decided to just go and admit their mistake and apologize. To which they went ahead and did that, and for their grand and grievous crimes, got like 6 hours of community service to be done like the next day, where they have to do like community service and like a patrol or two through the forest. So all in all, not actually that much of a punishment, just kind of more of like a slap on the wrist of, well, we can't be seen doing nothing about it. And so yeah, Squirrel and Rallis kind of have to do a little bit of community service about it. So in addition to that, there was like, the little bit of I believe it was just like ending aftermath stuff about the whole training session that they had with Shia, right? Because I don't think anything else really happened too much with that besides Pyro getting messages from Edge about how to perform some sort of legal cover-up. And so they went and checked on what was happening, and I think they were also going to volunteer for the whole community service thing with both Pyro and Chomper. Besides that, they did. There was a couple of. There was effectively like a little mini conversation where Paz was informed of Vade and Kaza's new togetherness dating situation, and I believe it was mostly just additional party planning for them after that, because Vane was going to go and question the partner or teammate or whatever you want to call him of the person who did the whole peeling a magic art.
Yeah, the chosen male Kangaskhan kid.
Yeah, the one that's actually probably a chosen.
Yeah.
Unlike the other one, which they have parents in this world, so
Yeah.
not actually probably a chosen, unless it was the most hilarious event ever where they got kidnapped from their own world and brought back, which I don't think really happens, but that'd be pretty funny.
That would be pretty funny.
Like, imagine you get whisked away to a wonderful adventure, given amnesia, and dropped off, like, down the street.
Isekai down the street.
Yeah, basically.
Isekai down the street.
I mean,
Right.
if you walk in front of a bus and get hit, that's basically what happens.
Yeah, you know.
You're just suddenly isekai'd into a hospital bed.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
But that would in fact be quite possibly the funniest chosen story ever. You get kidnapped into your own world, given a parasite and amnesia.
Don't try
Go
this at
have
home,
fun.
kids. You will not get isekai'd.
Damn.
And there's the other option of you're from another world, but suddenly ended up in the body of someone from this world.
Yeah, but that isn't as funny as ending up in the exact same world you came from. All right. Anyone want to throw in?
Yeah. After that whole Bane conversation, Paz went ahead and with Casa, and we went looking for Scruff, who was in Sigmus's house. Then we basically ended up going into a whole trek towards the underground of the place, because Paz wanted to get some alcoholic beverages that were mentioned to him. Yeah, also me and Paz and Casa went to talk with the guild manager, I believe we're calling it.
I think it's like Branch Master now.
Oh yeah, a guild branch master, the guild branch master to ask about him helping us get our celebration ready. And and after that we went to look for Scruff, and we went on our little adventure towards the brewery down below, which is apparently being kept by a Shuckle. And the Shuckle was so impressed with Scruff's knowledge of ale that he asked if we could come to the party, if he could come to the party and bringing his drinks free of charge apparently.
Yeah, that did happen.
After that, I believe we went back to Squirrel, and Chomper was looking for Squirrel and couldn't find him, and he went to ask around, and I believe Casa told him where he went, and so Chomper went there and oh wait. No, he didn't find it out from Casa. He found it out from Pyroclast, because Pyroclast was nearby when he was having because Chomper was nearby when Pyroclast was having that internal conversation with Edge. And so they went to where Squirrel was at, which was Hamoa. Also, hey Scruff.
Wow.
Don't worry. We know it. We know it. De La Sebis, I screw you over.
Time has not yet shifted over here.
Yeah.
As I was saying last night, I don't like daylight savings time, but I would at least accept it a bit more if the entire world did it at the same time. This is not the first time that we've had this kind of problem.
Yeah.
Poor Valerie.
Oh.
At one point, they were running one of the campaigns and showed up like 2 hours early to run it, not realizing that we were now, much further apart.
Oof. That is very oof. Yeah.
Because they're down in Australia, so they, for when we go forward, they go back.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, and for the rest of what happened in the last session, Squirrel apparently got a down payment of 6 hours to use the what is it called? What is it called again? The room where you destroy stuff.
Rage room.
The rage room. And apparently he was just in there for an hour, not doing anything. He didn't really feel like destroying much stuff, even though he attempted to. He was just kind of feeling he was feeling very sad and actually rather sorry, because he just feels like he keeps messing up on stuff. And Chomper and Pyro ended up trying to lift him up a little. I think that went more or less well. Anybody else has it? I was about to say, anybody else has anything else to add?
I do have one thing.
Oh?
Just give me a second. At the very end, it was sort of no one really knows about this yet, but apparently Squirrel had content warning first of self-harm, but he had cut himself with one of his weapons across his chest and cleaned it up in the restroom.
And that was where we ended.
Yeah.
So, Scruff, intro. Rob?
Are you muted, Rob?
Sorry, what?
Your
Intro.
Oh. Hi, I'm ArchineerRob. I'm playing. Hello, I'm ArchineerRob. I play Scruff, the ground ice type Swinub. That's it.
I think Rob's still booting up.
Yeah, I think he's still booting up. I think this is very much a still booting .exe error.
Yeah.
I got it through. It
Alright.
works.
Well, off to you, Enja, then.
Alrighty then. Unless there was more to do, I do think that it's going to be going to the next day.
Wait, there is stuff that I want to do actually.
Then to Paz.
Yeah. Once Paz, Casa, and Scruff are like back at the guild hall from their little trip that, underground. Paz is just gonna ask Casa if he has seen Chomper around.
Recently?
Yes.
He did end up talking with, I think, Vade and Kaza about the whole wants to go do community service with Squirrel.
Yeah.
Then yes, he has.
Oh. Okay. Where was the last place you saw him?
He came to see me about going to Squirrel, but Squirrel was in Hamoa? Seems like they're doing community service?
Paz tilts his head. Hamoa community service? Huh?
I guess something happened.
Huh. I guess so. Well, he's the only person on the team that I haven't told about the party yet. So I'm not entirely. I'm pretty sure that he's going to stay over there until now, until all of that is over. So do you think it's possible you could take me there?
Sure, that's not a problem.
Paz gives a thumbs up.
And so he will take them there.
Hooray!
Seeing as how it is pretty unlikely that they're staying with his mother. They don't have that. They don't really have a myriad of guest rooms.
True. Hmm.
So
But
to the guild hall it is.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to get like teleported immediately to the guild hall or not.
Yep. Unlike the library, Kaza can teleport inside this building.
True. Chomp. And Paz and Kaz are now in the Hamoa guild.
Yes.
Guild building. Paz is going to look around to see if any of the people he's looking for are in the reception area, and if not, he's going to ask for for if anybody named Chomper has been here.
They have.
Ah, where are they at? If I can ask.
Well, now that they and their associated parties have left the rage room, they have asked for a room. Are you looking for them?
Yeah, I'm looking for Chomper specifically. He's part of my team.
Ah, yes, of course. And they will provide you the room number.
Paz gives a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. Paz is gonna beckon to Kaza to follow him.
Kaza will do as such.
And once Paz is near the room, is in front of the room, he's gonna knock on the door.
So, where is this falling in the timeline of events?
I'm saying after the rage room, as I have stated that Chomper and associated parties have left the rage room.
Okay.
Because they were going to be picking up a room, so yeah.
I'll be bunking in the same room, correct?
That was the plan, yeah.
Is that the door?
Knock, knock, knock.
Tap,
I'll
tap,
go
tap.
answer it.
I was waiting for it.
And Pyro's gonna go over to the door and
Check who
open
it
it.
is first. Jumper stops you. Who is it?
Paz is gonna answer firmly. It's me, Paz.
Okay. Chomper. Say something that only Paz would say.
Paz is going to blink at that. Thumbs up.
That's actually something that only Paz would say, actually. Everybody good with this? Thumbs up to everybody else.
Squirrel is curled up in his bed, cot, whatever they have, facing towards the wall.
Pyro's check. Jumper's checking with Pyro right now.
Yeah.
Can't be too careful. We did have assassins on us, right? Jumper's going to cautiously open the door and step back.
Paz is on the other side of the door.
As it slowly opens.
Hi there. Are you alright?
Jumper disengages Kung Fu stance. Hey, Paz! Yeah, can't be too careful. I'm surprised you're here, actually. Did you teleport around too?
I asked Kaza to teleport me here. He's with me.
Jumper looks behind you. Oh! Hey, Kaza! Well, what brings you here?
Ah, yeah. Wasn't able to tell you about this earlier, but since we're kind of separated, and I was trying to do I was trying to plan some stuff, but I'm actually planning to do. We're actually planning to do a celebration. The team.
Oh?
Yeah,
like a party?
Yeah, we're planning a party. for our for us ranking up.
We did do it twice.
And I heard from some people that some teams apparently celebrate whenever they rank up. So I thought since rank up twice, I thought it was the best time to actually do some sort of celebration.
That sounds kind of fun, huh?
Yeah.
But I'm about to go and do some stuff. So
Community
Chopper begins to explain the community service thing in detail as much as he can, but basically, like, so yeah, I am going to be joining in just to kind of, speed things along and maybe learn some stuff about what's going on. Like I told you, basically. Oh yeah, I already told you, didn't I? Community service thing. Is it happening during that?
I just heard about this, Chopper.
Oh, that's right. I told Kaza. Kaza, you didn't tell him?
No, he told me. I just he doesn't know much else. Just knows about the community service.
Yeah, and normally community service doesn't really have to be done in one sitting. It can be broken up if it goes on too long.
I think Squirrel's just wanting to get it over with as soon as possible so he can get
That's
back to his
fair.
own things.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That is
I
fair.
wanted to-
That is fair. Yeah, I can go and check on the availability for this. I mean, the thing where the party is supposed to be happening somewhere in the afternoon tomorrow, so you guys have time.
And when that's done, just to say out loud, is Squirrel invited too? Because I would love for him to come.
I was actually gonna come and ask him actually. Hey, Squirrel.
Yeah.
We have Team Chaos is having a party tomorrow to celebrate our ranking up. Would you like to come?
If I'm done with the community service before it.
I'm pretty sure you will be. If not, I can try and ask the authorities about your availability for that. The party should be in the afternoon, so you guys should have time.
And if anything, hopefully they'll make it shorter since we have more people or whatever, how it works. I'm sure we can knock it out.
No, I don't think that's how it works, Jumper. But
No good behavior clause or anything like that? Dang.
that's for prison sentences.
Oh. Got you. I'm not used to the whole community service. I'm used to 2-day lock-ins. Long story.
That's not. Also, you and Edge are also invited. But by the way, Pyroclast, if you want to come.
I look forward to trying to. I'm not finishing that statement. This is
Pyro
raises a brow.
Pyro's giving once that's said, Pyro is just looking at Edge with this big smirk.
Jumper's holding a smile. It is a very wan smile, but he's smiling.
Is that progress or not?
Oh, I was just reminded of a certain thing from the alternate timelines memories.
Ah.
Oh, was it fun?
I
Look
don't
at
think
it.
it would be fun for Edge to know.
Doesn't
Out of
Edge know?
character question, Raharu, was it
Yeah.
Paz or Wade that was able that called Chomper out on his mask?
What do you mean his? What do you mean his
When he's
mask?
pretending to be all right.
I think that I'm pretty sure that was Wade.
That was Wade. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just checking.
Mhm. Well, if you guys are all right, then I'll see you guys tomorrow for that. I think it'll be a good time. We've been preparing quite a lot of stuff.
So, what kinds of things?
Well, I went with Scruff and Casa to check up on getting some alcoholic beverages specifically for Scruff since I know he likes them. But the branch manager is also helping us out when it comes to getting all the food ready, and also he's lending us some sort of he's lending off another room so that people can play games in there.
The color drains from Chomper's face as you mention the alcoholic beverages. The what? There's gonna be alcohol at the party?
Well, yeah,
That kind
for
of
Scruff.
party?
Well, yeah, for Scruff. Scruff likes it.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, no problem. Party, right?
I know you don't like alcohol yourself, Chomper, but it was for Scruff. You can just pretend that it's not there.
Sure. No problem. I'll just pretend it's not there. I'm used to that.
Will it actually be all right?
Chomper nods fast.
The branch manager might also be attending. He had a weird. I believe he called it a spear.
I do not think whatever that was a spear. It looked more like some sort of hoop.
I guess. He said that it was filled with so many flaws that they started to compensate for each other.
Honestly, I think he just got. Honestly, I can't help but think that he just got scammed and he just tried to cope with it.
Maybe.
I mean, he even admits that he doesn't really do much other than just make him happy because of how bizarre it is.
It was apparently called Stinko Jim by the person who gave it to him.
What?
Are you familiar with those words?
No. Why? What is? Why that name?
Why? What did he say that it meant again?
Supposedly it means brave warrior in another language or something like that.
He doesn't even know what that other language is.
I have a feeling if we look into that, we're not gonna like the answer.
I get the feeling as well. Although there is one very interesting thing about it, though, it's very, very durable. Apparently, it hasn't broken in years. And from what the branch manager talked about it, he seems to actually use it.
As we're talking about this and the word durable is mentioned, Pyro's gonna glance at Squirrel. Is he reacting in any way to it?
Squirrel is just staying facing the wall.
We've had a long night, so probably going to be turning in and getting ready to knock out that community service stuff. thanks for telling us about that. Do you have anything else you need to tell us?
Has is rubbing his chin and wondering something. Hmm. No, I don't. I don't have anything else to say. Yours. Are you guys gonna be all right? Is he gonna be all right?
Chomper gives a pause for Squirrel to answer.
Squirrel is remaining quiet.
Chomper speaks up. I think he just needs to take a break and rest. That's probably all of us do.
That is exactly what that is partly what this party is for. After all the things that have been happening, I want something I want to have some fun. I want all of us to have some fun.
That sounds like a good thing, actually. Something fun to do. That doesn't involve the everything else around us.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. I suppose I will lead you guys be. And
Question.
Hmm?
And Pyro's actually gonna whisper this to Paz. Is there vodka?
Oh, not you two. I mean, have fun.
You did say it was whispering it.
Yeah. Paz is gonna respond. Well, we're at the Shoko Brewmaster is actually bringing a bunch of stuff. I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be vodka, but maybe something similar will be there.
And Paz can see as he's whispering, he's slightly glancing towards Edge as he's talking about this with like this silly grin.
You guys talking about something cool for the party?
Yes.
Yeah, neat. Hopefully there'll be
Oh.
some games and stuff to play.
Yeah, apparently we're going to be renting, or that we're going to be borrowing that other room for Ricochet, I believe it's called.
Ricochet. Sounds like ball or something.
Yes, it requires an extremely bouncy ball, and you throw it and try not to get hit.
Oh, so dodgeball.
It's kind of like dodgeball, but we're not shooting it at each other. We're supposed to shoot it at the wall, and it's supposed to bounce around, and we have to dodge it.
That
Does
ends
sound
no
like wall
teams.
ball.
Yeah, no
Wall
teams.
ball?
Yeah, I used to play that in the street actually. It's pretty cheap. You just get a ball and find a big cement wall and just try not to hit each other and keep throwing at the wall. It's like dodging dodgeball. Yeah.
Okay. So you had something like that too, except we're in an enclosed room.
Oh.
He's probably going to let us borrow the rage room for it, for more objects to bounce off of.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah. I think it will be a good time. I look forward to seeing you to seeing all of you guys there. Has is going to stretch and give a thumbs up before he begins to leave. Okay. I suppose I'll see you guys later. Hope the community service goes well.
Yep.
Sounds good. And Chopper's going to begin to, I guess they're going to head out, right? Walking out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As they are walking out, Chopper closes the door, and then, dang it! Actually, one sec. I need to tell Kaga something. Shoot, forgot about stuff. Be right back. Chopper's gonna leave and close the door.
And as Chomper leaves, so Edge,
I am behaving.
you want to know what you drank in the other timeline?
Enlighten me.
It's your favorite.
His eyes narrow as if he doesn't want it spoken aloud. I can't even drink anything. I have no mouth.
And I must scream.
Eh,
But I will find a way.
Well, you did in the other timeline.
I don't remember that specifically.
Pyro has the most silly grin on his face as he's saying this.
I mean, I definitely do not imbibe alcoholic beverages. You are a fool. I am definitely only the most well-respected of gentlemen.
Pyro's giving Edge the flat expression at that. Sure.
Yes, of course. I am the definition of sophisticated at social engagement.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be hanging out near a wall, aren't we?
I can't even imagine why you would say such a thing in my presence.
Because I do it too.
Damn. What's up? No further argument.
Guess it's on to someone else now for a bit.
What did Chomper left to do actually?
to talk to you away from a squirrel and Pyro for like a second.
Yep.
Oh,
He
okay.
followed us out of the room.
Okay.
When
Oh.
you're out of hearing distance, meets up with you. Hey guys, got a second?
Chomper, sure. What's up?
Just two things. One, I really want to be honest with you. It hasn't been going too well, and because, well, honestly, it seems like Squirrel's having a bad time. Tried to help him feel better, but I told him things that even I don't believe for myself, really. But I tried to help him feel better, and it's stuff I could remember. Somebody told me back in my old life.
A generous bestowal.
Good timing. Good timing.
Raharu 95 tipped $10.
Thank you for the tip, Raharu. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed.
Sorry, continue. Sure. I'm sure this will not happen again during this thing, and it will go by fast. Here we go. Chomper brain. So, yeah, I think everything that's been going on with, the assassins, him trying to, tell the authorities, but it has backfired on him because people are people, and just all the bad things that have been happening is really getting to him. I can just kind of, it's obvious to see. So, yeah, I'm really happy that you're inviting us to the party. I just really want to say thank you and tell you what's really going on. So, yeah, we can probably work together to get that money. Hell yeah, make it rain, motherfucker! Woo!
Tipped $10. I'm sure about that.
Thank you for the tip, Gimund. That is the second tier of the tip goal completed.
Goodness gracious me.
Chopper feels a cloudy haze of distractions in his mind just getting ahead of him because he just made $5! Woo! Thank you for supporting the stream, I do! Yeah.
$5. Razim coins.
Thank you for the tip as well, I know.
Oh my. This is... Now... This tip is going to... Well, I guess we'll see. Ho ho.
And Kaza,
A generous
Oh!
Streaming tabletop games.
$10.
It's a thing!
Now,
Thank you
I
for the tip,
understand.
Frosty Bite.
it has been a very long time since I have run a Thursday game, but never underestimate being at your most interruptible moment.
Oh, for sure. And I wanted this to speed by a little bit, but okay.
Well,
Oh,
thank
sorry.
you for the tip. That is the third tier of the tip goal completed. On to the last.
You were about to say something to Kaza.
This is gonna be, you know what? Yeah, I want to get wasted.
I beg
Chopper
your
says
pardon.
bluntly. I'm tired of being the stick in the mud. I'm tired of letting this control what I think about alcohol. I need to tell you because you're the leader, and I am scared that I'll be like somebody I don't like when they drink. So if I get stupid or if I start bothering anyone, I want you to put me to sleep and send me to bed.
Okay.
Okay?
That's sure.
Okay.
But
Anything at all. Like I'm talking about anything. If I throw something, if I start yelling, if I'm mean, just put me to sleep. Okay?
Okay. Sure. I'll ask the other party members to keep that in mind too. But I think when it comes to alcohol, probably the person with the most experience that I can think of would probably be Zarak.
Or Scruff.
I've never tried
Or
it
Scruff.
before. I'm just always cautious about it, and it has a lot of bad, just, well, now that I remember most of my memories, a lot of bad memories with it. So maybe I can make some good memories somehow with you. Yeah, with all of you.
Yes.
That is the plan, Chomper.
Maybe it could be fun to get wasted.
I love the questioning tone in that.
See, I've never considered it before, but maybe why not?
Yeah, I'd be careful if I were you, cause there's a lot of things that can happen when you get wasted, but usually the outcome is people begin saying things that they wouldn't otherwise say.
Yes.
Don't let me try and stop you. I'm just warning you.
Kaza has a lot of things that he'd rather not say. So he will be maybe rescinding his thoughts on maybe don't drink actually.
He'll be rescinding the don't drink. Also,
Yeah,
I like
I'll
how
just-
this
I'll
implies
just-
that Vane might have to deal with drunk Kaza, which is funny.
Still, though.
He might be
Ah.
putting extra distance between himself and alcohol.
Can't
Still.
remember where I left Scruff.
Still, though. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Jumper. And yeah, I could kind of tell what that something is. That something isn't quite right with Squirrel at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to not see it.
You didn't use that room at all. He just was sitting there, and it just, yeah. I've been there before.
Hmm.
Def-
Wade did told me about that one time that he tried to get Squirrel to spar with him, and Squirrel just decided to just not retaliate. It seems he's very despotent right now.
yeah. Jumper just kind of goes quiet, like he just seems like he's deep in thought.
Paz is just gonna close his eyes. I don't quite understand the way that he thinks. I don't know him very well, but well, he seems to be hurting a lot for one reason or another. Like I do kind of understand why he's hurting. So yeah, I am hoping that he's able to have some sort of good time in the party.
Yeah. He's just trying to do his best and help. He's trying to help everyone, trying to do the right thing. It's just like me and that wishing stone. It just kind of backfires, or world seems pretty mean around here. But hey, we can try to make the best of it and have a good time for a bit, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And Kaza as well. Chomper does a wag that like shows off the ribbon on his tail, like basically lifting it high and wagging it. Thanks again for giving me this. I sometimes when I'm feeling bad, I actually kind of give it a rub, and it reminds me that I have someone who cares, and I try my best to care for other people too.
Of course, I'm glad you like it.
Hmm.
I better get back.
There is something I want to say before you go.
What's that?
Actually, no. I think I'll say it later. It's a bit hard to explain right now, and I rather not complicate stuff any more than they already are.
I understand that. Looking forward to the party. I'll try not to be a stick in the mud, and again, if I do anything at all, sleep. I'm gonna, I trust all of you. I'm sure you're good drinkers.
Yes.
Paz gives Chopper a thumbs up, and then they separate.
Jumper goes back to the room to call it a night.
All right, I think we should head back.
Yeah, but do you maybe want to come back later?
In the morning to make sure that they arrive. I mean, I suppose they need someone to bring them back to Damaboy if it isn't your brother that's doing it.
I meant like to see how they're doing. Just maybe throughout the day.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that.
I don't know how much prep we're actually going to be able to set up when it comes to the party, since it seems like it's mostly going to be handled by other people.
Yeah, we got the party master doing the rooms and the shuckle getting all those beverages. I don't think we need. I don't think there's much else that we need to do ourselves. So yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It's might as well do so to make sure that they're all right. Because yeah, I am a bit worried. Not gonna lie. Actually, now that I think about it, Wade is the one that's going to be up tomorrow. I'll have to tell him about it to come and check on them. Unless yeah, let's go.
And so they go back.
And one little thing.
Yes.
When Chomper makes it back to the door, he finds it's locked for a little bit.
Oh,
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 no.
no.
Well, I mean, this is a good thing. I do want them to be safe. Jumper here.
Who
Jumper
is it?
Me. Hungry. Gotta eat some food before I go to bed.
The door unlocks.
Okay, it's him. Okay.
Ah, thank you. All right. I see you have taken my lesson of locking the door. Good job, Pyro.
I was very happy to let you sleep in the hallway if you couldn't prove your ID.
Love you too. Jeez. Well, actually, the hallway seems to have some nice rugs. I've slept in hallways before.
Now I feel bad. You're just so bullyable.
Chomper, there's been something I've been wanting to ask for a little bit now.
Head tilt.
What was the tech level of your world?
Oh, the tech level? Well, I mean, we had cars, computers, video games.
Define computer.
Oh, well, around the time we had how do I put this? Well, I'd say had these it was really dope. We were using these cassette tapes, and they switched to CDs. Not too long ago, actually.
You can almost see Edge stiffen as if he had been poured with starch.
best part is that was technically speaking Vane's tech level just about to.
He has no idea, though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I've heard about those in a history class.
Yeah, they're
And there
pretty cool.
might be one in a fucking museum. Oh,
What kind of tech did you have? Did you have CDs too?
we had spaceships.
Oh, we did too. I think. I don't know. Some people said it was Area 51 and fake, but I think it's real.
we had other planets colonized.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Good for you.
He is staring as if insulted that it has been labeled neat by what he is equating to a caveman now.
We had
Wow.
TV shows that were in 3D. One was red, one was blue, and somehow made it 3D a little bit. It was kind of cool. The future is crazy.
This guy over here likes animated shows.
No, really? What'd you watch?
He's pointing to Edge.
Oh, I know. But Edge is like, he is looking at the wall and wondering if he can beat himself into unconsciousness.
You know, there was some really famous swords. There was this one guy who would yell in the sky that he's like, I am the powerful! And I bet you would like that show. It's all about the sword, basically.
Now, what I'm going to do might be a little loud, but...
It's kind of funny. He was loud too every time he did. He'd raise the sword and go, I am the power! And then he would, like, turn all big and buffy and whatnot.
Pyro, if you could excuse me for a moment.
You want to know what I really want him to find out that Vane had about the same tech level, because by his estimation that means a caveman was able to successfully interface with one of his creations.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I don't know how much of that came through the mic.
Most of it, yes. all of it.
Enough of it did. Enough of it did.
And number two.
So what did Edge actually do?
Repeatedly beat the wall with his body until he fell over.
Is that like
He is going to
him?
bed now.
Oh.
And he will be taking no further questions.
Jumper looks at
Maybe in the
screen.
morning.
Make sure if you're feeling like you want to, like, bap yourself against the wall and hurt yourself and stuff, just sit down, breathe, have a stim toy. It's gonna be okay. Also, sleeping pills are better than hitting your head against the wall. Okay, cool. Jumper stops looking at the screen. So, is he asleep or what? Is he okay?
You
He
looking
is
at Squirrel?
No, he's looking at Edge on the floor.
Ah,
The person who just beat their head against the wall and is knocked out.
You know what? I'll be right back. And he's gonna pick up Edge with both of his hands and take him over to one of the beds and just tuck him in.
Make sure you put one of those stacks on him. He might face through the walls, through the floor if he knocks himself out like that.
You also forget this is Pyro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he's gonna take the sheath, Edge's sheath off his back, and then put Edge in the sheath.
Ah,
Then he's gonna go back over to Chomper. Alright. I'll need to make sure he actually didn't hurt himself in a minute.
Okay, I guess I'll see you in a bit. Give me just a moment. And Jumper's going to go over to the corner for a bit, set over by, hopefully there's a table, right, Inja?
There is, yes.
Chomper is setting up some of his stuff. Would I possibly be able to do a just a food roll for something I want to make? do I need like every ingredient possible, or can I just say that Chomper's been kind of collecting the herbs and whatnot and learning about them?
Considering that you have access to a kitchen that is generally fairly cordial, you don't need to be too fussy with ingredients.
Okay, cool. To save time, I guess I went with getting good ingredients. Chomper have grabbed some oranges, a lemon balm, valerian, and a bit of kava kava. These are things he's looked up that are natural herbs that will help someone rest. Not for like a drug or anything. It literally will just help you sleep better and open your sinuses and all that good stuff. Chomper's going to be making it, putting it all together, and if you want, I can roll for it. Up to you. He's going to be trying to make a orange juice drink.
Ooh.
Let's say a few, Ninja. Do I roll or not?
Give it a roll. Let's see how you balance everything.
The first roll of the game. Let's go.
Woohoo.
Please be a good one. I see some ones there already. You heard it. But I got 10 too. Oh,
True
no,
combo.
one! Come on, man!
True combo.
I mean, I'm about to get a full rest, right?
Yeah.
That's like a free reroll, basically, right? They have enough to like get rid of at least one of those ones. Holy moly. Okay. All right.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Well, you have more ingredients than just one cup's worth.
Oh, okay. I cannot give that to Squirrel. That okay. Too much herbs. Less herbs. Try again.
Yes. There we
I
go.
know how that what not to do. Let me just take off some of these herbs, add a bit more of the orange juice. You know what?
Also,
Just
don't put the peel in the glass.
yeah, the peel was not. I don't think the peel's actually tasty. I knew that was the problem. Okay, no peels.
It has a strong orange scent. It does not have a strong orange flavor.
Use the orange, put it on the side, and Chomper's gonna even put one on the rim to give it that aroma flavor.
Now, that. Alright, you got it this time.
There we go. Chomper is going to walk up and kind of sit beside Squirrel. Oh, hey there. Are you about to go to sleep? Or are you already sleeping?
I'm trying to, but you all are being very loud.
Sorry. I think I still have a lot of energy, but I'll start going to sleep. To help you and say sorry, I made this orange juice that has some of the herbs that actually help with sleeping a bit naturally. Basically, open up your nose, your sinus. Your sinus? It's the thing that your nose that helps you breathe, and just basically helps you sleep. Doesn't really put you to sleep. It just kind of helps you, the sleep cycle. Here you go. You can drink it if you want to.
I
Sets it on the table.
would rather not, but thank you. That
Okay.
sounds too close to medicine.
Oh, it's not medicine. It's natural with herbs, but you don't have to drink it. I'll just set it here if you want it. I made sure not to make it medicine. There is a medicine. This is just cooking. Just like adding sugar and extra stuff into a drink for flavor and vitamins. But I understand. I hope you sleep well, Squirrel.
You too, Chomper.
And with that, Jumper's going to get up. Alright, I need to try to sleep. I gotta be quiet. Jumper's going to be doing crunches in place without making too much noise, but they're going to be wearing themselves out by doing exercise for at least 30 minutes to an hour. And after 30 minutes pass, they realize they have a tattoo that helps them go to sleep, and they're like, what am I doing? And then they lay down and use the tattoo.
That is
Yep.
so Chopper.
You are successful with this.
Yay.
That would do it.
But question, do you drink the beverage? Will you let it sit there until the morning?
Rex?
Oh, you're saying to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, of course. I left it for Squirrel. I set it on the table for Squirrel to drink it if he wants to or not. And Jumper's not drinking it. So it is.
Fair enough. Does Pyro also go to bed?
After checking to make sure Edge didn't actually hurt himself.
He did no such thing. All damage was superficial, but he did apply quite the impressive amount of blunt force, considering that the wall is dented.
Ouch.
That's a great sign.
I think he also forgot about the mark.
Wait,
Seems to be a common problem.
wait, does Edge have one of those marks as well?
He was there.
Oh.
Yeah, like everyone got one.
I know Pyro didn't.
Why not? He declined?
I don't think. I don't really know.
That's a great sign.
I mean, it's been a while, but I just imagine Pyroclast was probably apprehensive on getting a tattoo from a demon.
Fair.
Heck, Wade was very apprehensive himself, but it was something that he needed to do.
And after making sure Edge wasn't actually hurt, he's gonna go to bed.
Got a bad Joker.
And people say ghosts aren't ones to sleep. Edge. Oh, but they do. I'll prove it. Oof. and this room is quiet. Following this, I imagine everyone else on the other side also settles down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing Vane'll be doing is making sure that the guild knows that in the morning tomorrow he's gonna be talking to that person.
Noted. It is confirmed that they are still in Domovoy and don't seem to be making any plans to leave.
Out of game, just to double check. Both of them, like on the team, are in fact claiming to be chosen. Correct?
Actually, on record, the Kangaskhan kid has never said that they were chosen, but it is pretty evident that they are chosen.
Yeah, okay. But I know the other one was. I didn't know if this one was or if they were just like it's self-evident. Why would I say that?
Well, first of all, it's a male Kangaskhan, so take that as you will. Second, it is the kid without the primary Kangaskhan.
The parent there, yeah.
His a little bit strange.
So people can look at that and like after a few engagements think that's just the chosen, okay? That's So yes, onwards to the next day. Day 20, is it?
Yep. We're
Oh,
one day
boy.
away from 3 weeks.
Hooray!
You know, not counting time inside the
Can't wait for
instance.
someone to tell Scruff that.
The only downside of the travel time skip is just I couldn't do the meme of give it up for day 15 because we skipped past day 15.
We did skip past day 15.
Oh, well.
I would have done the give it up for day 15.
So, I would imagine that Squirrel's group wakes up first.
Probably. And Squirrel is going to get going over to the town hall immediately.
Tomper is close behind.
I imagine that Pyro takes a hedge as well, as the group is leaving. And Gimund, if you are muted. That or he might have stepped away for a moment.
Squirrel is making sure that his cape is still wrapped around and firmly fastened over his chest.
Yep.
Tomper looks over to Squirrel. How you feeling after sleeping?
He gives a shrug. Not much has changed. I just want to get this done.
Tomper nods. Obvious concern, as he couldn't help but smelling something off during the room And it wasn't the orange juice.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's knock it out. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here. Then
Will do.
I'll...
Well, let's get started.
Chopper nods and proceeds to follow.
All right then.
Pyro's back.
Ah. Pyro is here.
So, Pyro, we need you to roll for initiative.
Yep, we're getting attacked.
Apparently by the neighbors.
Yeah, you're under attack right now.
2 of them. I'm already down.
Oh boy.
Work.
Are you collecting edge?
Yeah. Is he still knocked out?
He might be a little groggy with a headache. I wonder why. I wonder why he might have a headache.
Who could really say?
So, wakey. Good morning.
What day is this?
The next day.
You. Alright, I set that one up. Fuck.
But yeah, we were gonna help Squirrel out with the community service today.
Oh yeah, we're doing that stuff today. What even is community service? Do you like? Because things like that are usually automated.
What even is doing something to make up for crimes and not just trying to cover them up?
I see you lost him at the not covering it up part.
Simply unthinkable, really.
We're gonna be helping people out properly. And doing other odd jobs, probably.
Surely Squirrel can't find a way to mess this up.
Oh boy.
Chomper will.
Just waiting for Engine to get back. Doesn't sound like he had somebody come in.
Yeah.
Or he went to deal with the neighbors.
Either way, was mostly just explaining for the chat why we paused.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. We did just kind of like stop talking entirely.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I realized it after a second. It was like, yeah, probably should mention that. Be like, yeah, that's why.
Yeah. It's probably a decent idea.
I live again. Blech.
Hello.
Welcome back. What was the last thing that happened?
We are currently heading to the town hall.
Yep.
Or wherever it was.
And there was some interactions between a waking Edge and Pyro. Who Edge is now facing the consequences of his actions.
Damn if it isn't the consequences of his own actions.
Yeah, it turns out beating yourself against the wall is not the greatest way to go down if you want a good day the next morning.
Yeah. That tracks.
But yes, going around town and being of assistance to the residents is your objective. And should people not need anything, you will be picking up sticks and stray stones around the town.
Oh, I thought it was a patrol into the woods or something that they wanted.
That is one of the things that you will be doing, but that is later in the day,
Ah,
as
okay.
you'll be filling in for a team that would normally do that, or just a person that goes around and like patrols to the tree, confirms, yep, everything's good here, officer, and heads back, just like when Kaza first found you.
So, yeah. Squirrel is gonna go around looking for stuff to do in town then.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Is there any places in particular that he's visiting first, or is it time to start rolling?
He's not sure what to do, so probably go ahead and roll.
All right. Because this all hinges on interacting with the residents.
Squirrel's great at interacting with people.
Fantastic.
10 out of 10.
You could
We are
always
so going to
leave that.
die.
You could always leave the engagement to Pyro or Chomper. There. talking Abel. Miles. Well, at least Pyro is pretty successfully. Chomper might begin a friendship speech.
There are worse things than a friendship speech.
I think Squirrel would try and lead it himself because,
Oh boy.
he may not be good at it, but this is his community service, so...
Rallis will be joining you in time, but he is not showing up first thing in the morning. So you're probably gonna get an hour in before he shows up.
So who does he wind up at first?
Let's roll some dice. Let's roll. As I have a small list prepared. Actually, what am I doing? I'll just roll in here.
Always a great sign when you get hit with the "what am I doing?" I could just roll.
I could just roll in here. Why do I need an alternate? Why am I trying to get an alternate roll already? I see. Hilarious. Okay. So your first errand is for a duo of kids that have launched their ball somewhere.
Oh boy.
It is a Sandshrew and a Charmander. They used to have someone who could go and get the ball no matter how far they sent it, but they're not around anymore. And they didn't check that that person was still around before launching it into the horizon. Or so they claim.
Oh no.
I wonder who they could be referring to.
So, which direction did you launch it in then? Hello?
Uh-oh, Digi might have been the kill.
They will point down the flowing river. The river that is running through the forest, actually.
Squirrel will nod and begin walking along the river then.
Oh boy. Jumper. As you are as this seems to be having been kicked down the river, you could potentially swim in the water. But then it made me think of that clip I sent you.
I mean, if the rolls are bad.
I don't know if Chompers swam for more than 2 minutes or so. since he apparently also has an aversion to being completely underwater.
But let the rules decide, I suppose. He's definitely against meditating in the water and whatnot. But maybe he can still swim? Chomper will be trying to go do the thing. What would this be a roll of? Agility? Sorry, acrobatics, I mean? Athletics?
I'd say athletics.
7 cunning? Alright, let's go for it. Alright.
It's
5.
positive. It's but those 4 ones in a row.
boy.
Sorry. Those 4 4s in a row to a
Oh,
total
no.
of 5 is very funny.
It is.
4, 4, 4, 4.
7,
Lake
10,
Maisland time.
4. What are the odds? But no, you can swim, and it is a little easier going down this river like this rather than having to potentially slip between trees, around roots, and not stepping on things. Though I imagine you are not eager to outpace your friends.
Yeah, Chomper's trying to keep the pace. Also going for it.
Alright, perception checks from all involved parties then.
One, two, three, four, five. How these have tons of water? Alright. Why? I don't think I'd be understanding what's happening.
Maybe not.
I gotta use that code.
It's in Fantasy Grounds explanation.
It's over there. I have a note of it. Yeah, I think I got nothing. I got like a 1. Yeah, 1.
We all went with very different expertises.
Fair enough.
Indeed.
I also like how 1, 3, 5.
That's called a
Maybe-
pattern.
Maybe your team name is the odd ones out.
Oh no.
I'm just saying. Then again, one is the one that brings that potential nickname to contention because math people can debate what even is a 1. But we will not begin that today.
Thumbs up.
Nice.
All right, Chomper,
Yes.
you don't see this ball. Squirrel?
Yes?
There aren't really traces of it around. But Pyro with the save.
Yay.
Now, this river is not completely straight. It winds, after all. And if those kids kicked that ball in a straight line that was initially in the direction of the river, taking out a map and taking some guesses, it is nearby the river, but there is no guarantee that it landed in the river. And if it did, the ball is either further down or potentially in one of the trees. And they're kids. They couldn't have even kicked it that far into the horizon, my ass. Both of them had short legs.
Gonna look further down the river.
That will do it, as the water seems to have been carrying the ball deeper down. Chomper, fetch.
Chomper over there.
Ah, okay, got it.
At the very least, it sticks out.
Chomper will waddle on,
And it
waddle on over
floats.
there. Yeah.
Chomper, this thing is somehow very interesting to look at. It is like an unmarked soccer ball. It is just all white. It is...
Shiny. Or, well, yeah, very visible. Yeah, well, Chomper will.
Well,
reach
at
the
least it was
ball.
all white once upon a time. It has since gotten very dirty. It is...
Oh, even in the water? Dang.
Never underestimate the ability that children have to befoul objects.
Oh no. And Chomper's most likely to put it in his mouth. Oh, dang. Alright, well, waddle.
Gators will do as they do.
Chomper will, as carefully, with not as much bite strength as he can, grab the ball.
Good. It is good of you to specify that. It is good.
Noms the ball.
You can return
Horrified.
it. Quest complete. They never
Possibly.
said how.
Oh, no.
It doesn't probably look too good to everybody else watching, of course. As Chomp goes underwater, doesn't submerge, and then whoop, submerges, has ball in mouth, little happy smile, waddling back to the surface.
Yep. With that being the case, you are free to return. And in good time. And in good time. As they will take the ball, give you an obligatory thanks, and then go back to playing. you know, the thanks that a child gives when their mother is watching them.
Oh yes,
when they
that
have to.
Squirrel will shrug. I mean, he's doing this for, you know.
Yes.
This is punishment. He's not expecting a thanks anyways. So he'll just nod and move on rather quietly.
Now this one should be this one should also be pretty easy as the next person that you meet that has something that they could use some assistance with is the tailor, actually. As it seems
Don't
that
know who
some
that is.
a mystery. It is a mystery, Livani. It is a that needs your assistance because it seems some miscreants put their product in a basket and sent it into the middle of the lake.
Oh, the tail guy. Okay, yeah, we can go do that.
Yes, the tail guy. Except it is a woman.
I mean, they can be a woman. Doesn't mean that
Tail guy.
the title needs to change.
Fair enough.
Well, Squirrel is going to nod and head off towards the lake then.
Pyro's gonna follow.
Floating inside the basket, air quotes, is a little odd as it looks more like a cradle made of straw. But there is but there is certainly like bed sheets bundled up inside there, or at least some amount of cloth fabric.
Well, if he sees it, he'll just fly out to it and snatch it up.
Good stuff.
Kind of hold down the you know, make sure nothing flies out, but give it a shake off while he's going back.
Thankfully, it seems that only the basket was wet, though there is a chance that if let sit longer, it would eventually started taking on water. However, upon returning with it, the tail guy is quite delighted and says that something good has happened for the town. Actually, something good has happened. It seems that Ciel has come back, and
Oh no.
he's brought his daughter.
Ooh, Saga. We haven't really gotten to see Saga, so
he'd gone missing for a few days after seeming to prepare for something, and it seems that he might have gotten into a fight with his relatives or something like that. But he won, and he's brought his daughter back. So she's around now.
Cool.
And certainly the energetic one, to put it politely. So if you see her, do say hi. And don't mind her. In some ways, she takes after neither of her parents.
Oh, is Scroll being told this by the tail guy?
Yes.
Ah.
I'm excited we have not gotten to see Saga.
Squirrel will nod at that. Is there anything else you need, though?
Not especially.
Alright. And he's gonna move on looking for another person. Who's he getting next?
Find out. Aha. There is a ditto running around the town.
Oh no, it's the Ditto. Norton warned about this.
And it's currently sitting inside one of the merchant's stalls and being a bit of a problem because it is one of his pieces of wear. And every time he grabs it while making a sale, it turns into something else in his hand and makes a bit of a scene before running off, sneaking back into his shop and replacing one object. Ergo, you might have to do a little prop hunt.
Ah.
Oh boy, prop hunt.
No, this is not Domino Candy. Definitely
Domino?
not.
No.
No, Domino would be much more flamboyant about things.
Indeed.
You think Domino would let himself
But
be
yes.
mistaken as something common?
No, of course not. How droll.
But yes. Get that ditto before it startles the shopkeep again.
Again.
So, what kind of products do they sell?
Oh. They sell kitchen items. Cups, plates, knives, utensils, pots, pans.
Okay, so I mean, I guess he could get away with poking each item to see if it is or isn't the Ditto.
There is nothing wrong with that. It is the sorting through everything by process of elimination.
Hey, Squirrel.
Yes?
You think you might be able to find the Ditto utilizing your aura?
That's actually a good idea. He will try that. I forget, was it just a perception roll, or did we have something else going for it?
I think it's probably like, what, investigation?
It is discerning the true nature of things.
Well, investigation is usually used for something hidden.
Maybe perception does work.
I'm
It
just
is
talking about
becoming
for
a-
the aura thing.
Ah, yes. What was our ruling? Presence?
I think it was presence.
Yes.
Might have been presence just because it's a good catch-all for exerting force of will.
I would explain why the scrolls got quite a bit in presence. Well, that's a really good roll.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, it is. And the fours return. But yes, Squirrel, with your aura sense, you can suss out the little troublemaker, because they're not any of the kitchenware. They're his cat. It's his cash register.
Ah, turning into the cash registers to steal the money. Clever.
Because the actual cash register is sitting under the counter. It just literally picked it up, took it down, and took its place.
Well then, Scroll's just gonna look over at him, point. I see you there.
Cash register, heavy air quotes, does not respond. As if potentially believing that you are bluffing.
You're the cash register.
The cash register starts to sweat a little.
Oh, that
Okay.
sure helps its case.
Yeah, the idea of a cash register just suddenly sweating.
Oh boy, I wonder whomst this could possibly be.
You can either come out and reveal yourself and stop this, or I might have to go more aggressive, but I really don't want to.
The cash register hops off the counter and darts away.
He's gonna follow it with his aura.
Now, being a cash register and refusing to change out of the shape of a cash register, its speed is limited to hopping.
He's gonna go grab it. If it's that slow, he'll grab it.
It is not fast, but it is surprising.
Meanwhile, Pyro's gonna put the cash register that was on the ground back up where it was supposed to be.
It is empty. Aha.
Oh boy. Squirrel, the Ditto has money from the register.
Sorry, repeat that last little bit.
The Ditto stole the money out of the cash register.
Squirrel's going to try and open the drawer. Forcefully.
It takes a bit of prying.
Hey, I'm so sorry, guys. I got pulled away from the game. Could you give me a recap? of what's been
They
going on?
played prop hunt.
Yep, they played prop hunt and found out that a Ditto was pretending to be a cash register.
Okay.
Stole some money.
But no, eventually you can overpower the cash register and forcefully pry it open, letting a small rain of coins fall out. Before, once all the poke is out, the Ditto gives up and turns into a Ditto.
Squirrel's just at least attempting to hold this Ditto.
It's very soft, but you do have a grip? Question mark.
He is carrying it outside.
Okay, you got me.
You really shouldn't be doing that.
Maybe. But it's a great way to get attention.
There's other ways to get attention.
Yeah, but if you mess with things that people care about, then they'll always pay attention. Guaranteed.
What, don't you like people to like you? You don't want, like, bad attention, right?
I can just go to another town.
Oh no, he's one of those vlogger people.
Well, given that you've stolen money from this merchant, or at least attempted to, we're gonna have to turn you in somewhere.
Oh. I hadn't even left the stand. I just needed it to perfect my disguise.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Who else has said that but me? Give me one source.
Hey, do you have a shopkeep? Do you have a big jar we could put him in for now?
I have a pot with a lid that screws.
That would work. Then we could probably make soup with him.
Squirrel.
Soup?
I think we should just turn him in.
As he seems to be pondering the question, like, I don't know what texture a Ditto would have. To begin with, what even is that texture? Would they get looser, or would something strange happen?
I'm just imagining they're like oobleck.
Probably.
Also,
That's the
I know it's not they're not actually being put in a jar, but in case anyone gets the reference, I resent these transparent confines.
thing.
Well-
Before that is kill me or release me. I resent these transparent confines because he got put in a jar.
Damn.
Well, Squirrel's not sure about actually holding on to this guy, so he's gonna put him in the pot.
And let the shopkeeper keep him.
No, he's gonna take him over to the town hall.
Ah. Now,
Or actually,
now
I guess
that
it would
is-
be the guild hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now this is a known troublemaker, and very good for capturing him in a very definitive fashion. They-
Good luck
they will-
skipping
they-
town now, bozo.
They will be sure to reprimand him in a very stern fashion before offering Squirrel his bounty of 400 pokey.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Now Squirrel is
his
torn.
bounty. Now his bounty was not very much, but several people offered small amounts, and it just sort of added together into this.
Half the town is willing to pay 10 pokey to get rid of him, adds up to 400.
Everyone he has annoyed and tossed some change of the guild's way of saying like, "Hey, get this greaser, get this."
Yeah, now Squirrel is torn. Cause he's doing this community service, and he's not sure he should be taking the bounty.
There's nothing stating that he cannot.
Yeah, but there's nothing stating that he can, and he is, there was nothing stating that he could not take a branch from a tree, either.
Fair enough.
Well, he could always learn the lesson of asking. He just ask if he could have it even if he's doing community service.
Am I actually allowed to have that?
Why not?
Well, I'm supposed to be doing community service today, and this was just part of that.
Oh, yes, that's fine. Because even if you are doing community service, you are choosing what errands you end up doing, and you did this and turned him in without knowing that there was a bounty at all. Ergo, you were not motivated to do this by the bounty. So it is fine.
Alright, if you're sure. He
Yes, we're
will
quite sure.
take it and then look at the pot. Do you have somewhere else to keep him, or do you need to keep him in the pot?
Dittos are a bit of an odd case, but we do have these. as they're going to open the top and put a tag on him before reaching in, grabbing at some mass and holding him as they pull him out. He flails a little, but the tag is not leaving. And now to another confined space for you. Damn you! I think a week or two of detention will serve you just fine until you learn that your actions have consequences. It says strike 2, you know. You don't want to see what happens on the third one. As the receptionist carries him away.
Jeez. What did he do on strike 1?
Well then, I guess since they've got a means, Squirrel's gonna take the pot back to the shopkeeper. Because he didn't exactly buy that, so...
True enough. However, the merchant will say that now this pot is going to be more expensive because there's a story attached to it.
The pot of ditto containment.
The pot of ditto containment.
So is this when the shopkeeper decides to Master Roshi it up and learn the evil containment wave, but it only works on dittos with that pot?
There's a non-0% chance that this pot now has a +5 against dittos.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Yay, storied items!
Ditto containment wave.
How about that be in Japanese? Because in Japanese, that technique is called mafuba. I would need to look it up.
Yeah.
Isn't ditto in Japanese called like Metamon or something?
I think so.
I think it's Metamon.
Either way, Squirrel's gonna kinda give a thumbs up and move on to finding somebody else that needs help.
Rallis finally arrives. And is very intrigued with this last with the recap. It is
Also, yes, you're right. Ditto in Japanese is Metamon.
Metamon containment wave.
Also, also keep going with the scene with Rallis, but I think at some point passing Casa will have woken up.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and continue with the scene, though.
They will have woken up, and I think after one more mission they'll arrive.
Yeah.
Aha. And there's no places in particular that Squirrel would go and check on, yes?
Not in particular. He's just kind of wandering around town, stopping here and there when he sees someone and asks if they need help with something.
Alrighty then. With that being the case, his wanderings might take him to... Oh. Those are images, Tal. So that's what that looks like, eh? My goodness. Yes. So, Squirrel's wanderings would take him to the farm, where they will say that some of their fences have gotten into a bit of disrepair. So if they could inspect them and finish breaking down the damaged sections of the fences, they'll have an easier time knowing where the fence needs replacing.
Yeah, Squirrel is very worried about the idea of breaking anything, but he will nod and go over to the indicated location.
Well, it is more just generally examining the fence, and if something is looking like it is damaged or like sufficiently worn down, rake it so that they'll have an easier time instead of having to take their time to like give the fence a full checkout.
Yeah, but Squirrel is, bad mindset for that kind of thing right now. But he's
True
still going to
enough.
go and try.
Thankfully, he has a pyro, a chomper, and a rattless.
He'll start going along and inspecting the fence.
All right, investigation checks from everyone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez, Pyro.
Uh-oh.
I thought you'd have great intelligence or investigation.
He used perception, not investigation. Let's see
Oops.
where a soul
Roll for
leaves.
edge.
Your Honor, my client pleads oopsie daisy to this.
Why don't- what- Why do I feel like Pyro is going to lose edge again somehow because of this?
You accidentally replace one of the stakes with him. You motherfucker!
At some point, the Edge is just going to have to yell at him, going, "You're doing this on purpose. You're doing this on purpose to me right now."
My gosh, the best part is Edge has more dice with it, but he has 0 in investigation.
Damn.
That's Edge.
Edge just looking at Pyro with this, like, damn, you really live like this?
Pyro, there are times where you are stopped by Edge grabbing your head and twisting it to side. Oh, look! Please tell me that those things in your sockets are not decorations.
Hi.
You. Prove to me that you are a living, breathing being. And not some manifestation of my torment.
Which is funny because I don't think those adjectives apply to Edge at the moment.
He ain't gotta prove shit. He's telling Pyro to do it.
Rex, you rolling?
Sorry. He didn't take a moment. Short recap, please.
The team has been tasked with finding damaged sections of the fence and break them so that they know which sections need to replace with a cursory glance.
Understood. Did anybody ask Chomper anything?
One moment.
I don't believe they did, but we're all
Okay, go back a little bit.
Can you get the investigation roll done?
Yes, unless you have some particular insights about this, or how to go about this, that might be of assistance.
About a fence?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and use subterfuge. Say that Chomper may know stuff about fences and how to get around them, or what they are, what they do.
Interesting. Go ahead then.
With the mindset of a past thief that would have to climb fences, check if they're electrocuted, or like had electricity going through them, or had openings and whatnot. What would Chomper learn? The two.
Well, this fence has been here for a very long time, but there are sections that seem to have not held up as well as other sections.
Hey guys, this fence has been going for a bit. I can see the rust on the bottom here. It shows at least has been here for, oh boy, at least a year, a couple years actually. It has not been kept, so they have not oiled it or put anything to stop the rust. So Chomper starts like circling around. There's some spots right here that seem a little weaker than the other spots.
Cool. as Rouse like rolls his shoulder.
Chomper steps aside.
Before surprising everyone when he kicks the fence section down.
Oh, nice kick. Good form. Nice flex.
Yeah, they asked us to bring it down. We spot a bad section, it goes down.
And
Simple
no one
as.
questioned why Chomper knew this.
Rose doesn't care too much, but Edge is looking like, are you a crime boy? Are you?
I know that look anywhere, and for some reason the number 5 pops into my head. But
were you ever in a nonary game?
Chomper kind of scratches the feathers on their head. You could say that. I used to have to get by, and we had to maybe do a bit of lifting from people that had enough to lift and would not, be bothered by it too much.
Pyro, he didn't say no. He might have been a protagonist before.
Protagonist?
Oh, you don't know what a nonary game is, do you?
Oh no, Chomper has no idea. Thought you were talking about why he knows what he did, so he just kind of told you.
Edge did ask, you weren't in a nonary game, were you? Think of a number of people were kidnapped and each given a number. It's like, Oh, so you were 5, were you?
Oh, like
Were you in an
999
online game?
or those games where they you have to do puzzles and like trap rooms and stuff, right?
Something like that, yes. Like, uh-oh, he didn't say no. Oh no.
Mhm.
This kid might have been a protagonist. This kid might have... I got... my bit turned out to be the truth. My bit turned
Edge, you and Chomper should really talk about shows sometime.
Never.
I have some good ones. I really do think you would like the one with the sword.
Only if you listen to me tell you about the final episode of One Piece.
What? The last one? Want to skip right to the last one? I'm sure we can watch all the episodes. How many they got? Can't be that many.
He now has 1,000-yard stare.
I mean, like, they only called One Piece. It shouldn't be that many numbers, right?
The ocean could not contain the series. After all, what we did not realize was that he hid it amongst the sea of stars.
You're only
Best part
selling me
is
more on
that's
this show.
totally something they would pull too.
Yes.
They already had it go underwater. Why not have it go into the stars with a flying spaceship?
Excellent.
It was very moving in its own way, and equally stupid.
Squirrel's kind of just moving on, continuing to check the fence as they're having this conversation.
Yeah. Fair.
Which he did have that 4 on that.
Yes, Squirrel is doing pretty good at it, identifying the sections of fence, and Rallis doesn't know what they're talking about, so he's just walking over with Squirrel. And a few more sections of fence are knocked down as Edge is finally prompted to begin speaking of the shows, but do not speak to him of He-Man. Else, someone will be rendered unconscious, and it is not guaranteed that it will be him.
Know that I giggled, I was just getting frozen blueberries.
Ooh. But yes, it takes a bit, but you have checked the farm outer perimeter and knocked down all poor sections of fence. They will now have a very easy time judging how much more fence they need now. Now popping over with the other crew, they have had sufficient time. For breakfast and getting ready for the day.
Yeah. Paz would have a good hug and grab breakfast. Although he's also going to make sure that he tells Bane and Scruff about the thing that he and Kaz are planning to do today.
Yep.
All right. They'll mostly just be prepared for the whole questioning the person.
Paz is actually going to ask about that. You're gonna go and question that apparent chosen, right?
Yep. Although they're not on record as an actual chosen, if they aren't, it's going to be a very weird story. But I'm going to make it a full... I'm not going to say interrogation. I don't think we have that legal power here, actually.
Understandable.
I don't... I'm gonna have to check to see if it is legally considered an interrogation. I don't think it should, considering we're both technically members of the same organization. So if I'm being empowered and allowed by the organization to question the conduct of someone else as a potential witness, in all likelihood, this would just be more seen as internal affairs rather than anything legal.
Has not. All right, sounds good. I was originally planning to go with you, but then this came up, and I want to make sure that things go well over there with Chomper.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck with the investigation. I'll check up on you. I'll check up on you after the party.
Well, I mean, I'll show up to the party. It's not until this afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but what I meant to say is I'll check up on you on that after the party, because I don't think we'll see each other until then.
Well, let me know if you need anything for the party.
Will do. Paz gives a thumbs up and he's going to go over to Kaza.
Oh boy. And he will take them to Hamoa. Do we continue with this or see the investigation? Or the questioning?
Depends how long the questioning would take, or the other thing would take.
It could go on for a bit. Getting anything substantial might be frustrating.
I'm good with at least part of the interrogation happening.
Alright. Let's give it a go then.
Alrighty.
Can always, pause and part way through and then switch to something else for a bit,
Sure enough.
Alright, well, in that case, Vane will go ahead and double check a couple of things, like, first of all, if he's supposed to go to their room, because, they're with the guild, so they probably have a room there, or if he's supposed to use a meeting room for something like this.
For me, for something like this, they would recommend using a meeting room, as it is very confined with the soundproofed walls.
Reasonable. In that case, I'll ask if there is one currently set aside for this purpose, or if you'd need to request one.
There are small meeting rooms that are available for usage.
Okay, would you mind giving me the equivalent of the room key to one of those? I'll return it when I'm done with it.
They'll nod and hand it over.
Has the individual I'm looking for been seen this morning, or have they not left their room?
They're in the mess hall actively.
Oh, I feel like I've worked through this on my own a little bit, but I do just want to ask, is this considered any sort of, interrogative questioning? I'm not quite sure what the legal system is around here, and I don't want to accidentally make something unenforceable or inadmissible.
We are giving you this privilege, as if nothing else, they might have information on someone who has decidedly done something that would befoul the guild's reputation.
So, legally, this is effectively considered internal affairs, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, is there any sort of paperwork that I'm supposed to fill out with information about this in order to help it be legally binding in case something is found out, or would you prefer me just to make personal notes and then hand it over?
We would like a report after the fact.
Well, yes, but I'm asking if you have an official one I should be filling out, or if my personal notes as a report would suffice.
Personal notes should be just fine.
All right. Would I be... I know I was already given a slight debriefing on the individuals and their record, but could I have access to their team record and or personal records for this?
They will nod and hand them over.
Like the room. I'll return this when I hand them back with the room key.
Of course. And Vane's probably going to review them, yes?
Oh yeah. He's gonna basically review them slightly while picking out where the person he's going to be questioning is in the mess hall, and kind of waiting a little bit. But yeah, he's absolutely going to review them at least as a preliminary.
After all, if he can confirm that they aren't exactly about to run off and go anywhere, then, he's technically speaking not in a rush. What would you like me to roll for this? Would you like me to roll for investigation, academics?
Academics is fine, since you've already got the report.
Alright. In that case, I'll make this mind, logic, academics. This is paperwork. Wow. That is an interesting roll. Anyway, I guess first I'll soul a 1. It's at a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I vigor... I'm fine vigoring for that. It's the beginning of the day. He's fresh. Vigor and exhaustion. That's gonna be 7 logic.
Oh boy.
I mean, it more than doubled my successes to vigor, so
You
that's
are
kind of
correct. All right. This is Team Lilet, and I will be writing down their relevant information in the room for record keeping.
All right. I'm guessing you're just gonna spark notes it for now. Just team name and all that.
Yep.
You know, every time I look at Vane's skills, I'm just like, I need to spend more EXP on skills, and then I look back over and I spend more on moves anyway.
Yeah. Tis a difficult trap to escape.
I
But
know.
Team Lilat is consisting of 2 members. It is Zevran and Demir.
All right. Oh, hey, nice. My Tyrogue guess was pretty spot on for that.
I mean, once you had the details, it was just a process of narrowing it down.
Yeah, that's fair.
And not too many are purple.
That is true. Well, purple and or brown, which Tyrogue is both. But yeah. What sort of like, you know, how far back does this team date?
They were founded 5 weeks ago, and they became a team in Gullykin.
All right. What's their current rank? Are they like bronze?
It seems a little odd because officially yes, but there is a record of them going into Hamoa's dungeon.
Interesting. Very interesting. Does that record list any chaperones?
It does not.
Ah. Five weeks ago is an interesting time frame. Because Chosen can appear staggered. And that would put him about, what, like 2 weeks-ish before we showed up? So that's a pretty good time frame.
Supposedly, due to an interview, while they did not gain any merits for their improper entering of the dungeon, supposedly they reached the gold floor and were being considered for a rank reassessment.
Ah. So basically, hey, you shouldn't have done that, but you got it to the gold section, so administrative punishment reevaluation later.
Yeah.
Probably why they're also back in Domovoy.
Probably.
All right. Would they be trying to leave by the time Vane finished, like, you know, flipping through their record?
Probably.
All right. In that case, he will sort of like he'll wait until they do the whole, like, you know, probably like, you know, putting the tray down in whatever collections area probably exists. Because I'm imagining it's like, you know, pretty standard mess hall type stuff. And upon that happening, and the guy trying to leave, Vane will end up, like, you know, approaching them, and just go, excuse me, you are Zevran from Team Lilac, correct?
He pauses and turns around before considering and nodding. Yes.
In that case, I would ask that you please accompany me to a small meeting room. There are a couple of questions not relating to you or any sort of legal thing. This is just more guild internal stuff.
Legal?
I'm letting you know that I'm not some sort of officer or something.
Rank up. Hold the line.
Okay.
This hamlet shall not fall.
Oh my.
One Kotiago raided my stream with 6 viewers.
Hey there, Taya. Thank you so much for that raid. How was your stream? Hope you had a great time. Welcome in, everybody. For those that don't know Taya somehow at this point, they are the wonderful being behind Dr. Volt in Recallers of the Lost. Thank you so much for that raid, though. Hope you had a great time. Thank you for sharing your community with me. Everyone, make sure you check out Taya. I will be in the chat from here. Go ahead.
A steadfast supporter.
Mostly because it's probably not a common occurrence that you are pulled aside and asked to go to a meeting room.
Okay.
People tend to get nervous about that kind of thing, so...
Which one is a meeting room?
Just follow me.
Okay. As he is, following behind Vane.
Yep. Vane will be, like, doing the equivalent of, keeping an eye on him. And, we'll go ahead and, make the, thing of, don't follow too closely. My shadow sometimes decides that it gets, it doesn't like people being as close to me, so... Fair warning if you're going to be following me.
He'll seem confused, but pause and be 1 second slower behind you.
Hey, Vane doesn't want any incidents. And he also doesn't know this person, and they might try something dumb. So, you know, discourage it.
And he will lead him to the room. We'll probably just take, like, one side of the table, pull out a notebook, and get ready to start writing, because he's going to be taking notes of this entire thing. All right, in order to start this off, I am Vane of Team Chaos, and would you mind confirming yet again your identity?
I'm Zephyr. Of the team you said. Lilet.
So, it says here that your team was founded around 5 weeks ago. Is that about correct?
He starts counting on his hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes?
All right, and it's listed here that your team has 1 other member. Can you tell me anything about them?
Yes. Yes, I can. They were getting angry at the water one day, so I thought they were interesting, so we started talking. And then he said that he was actually a member of the guild and that he would take on my request, but it was going to be a long-term goal, so I had to join. The records show that this is a falsehood.
Mm-hmm. Vade is going to just go, and what was the request that you had put in with the guild?
Oh, well, I wanted to find my mother.
I'm guessing that there is no record of this being a mission lodged with the guild.
This is correct.
What prior experiences did you have with the guild prior to joining?
I went in the building. I asked around. It didn't seem like anyone could help me, and so I left.
And you didn't have any sort of prior experiences besides walking in there and trying to lodge your request?
He's going to consider again. Do they count as guild people if they're in the building? Or if they're outside also?
It would count if you either knew for a fact that they were a guild member or were wearing some form of sigil affirming that they are a guild member. Something like the badge.
They have... I met some when they were on a boat.
And how long ago was this?
One day before I went to the town.
And which town would that be?
Gollykin. Yes, that one.
Why were you going to Gollykin?
I wasn't. I was just on the boat. And the boat was going to Gollykin, so I couldn't stay on the boat.
Because the boat was leaving after, or for some other reason?
Because the boat was already almost at Gollykin.
And why were you on the boat in that case if you weren't attempting to go to the boat's destination?
I don't remember.
In that case, do you remember much before the boat?
Yes. Yes, I do. Some? Kind of? I was... And he's going to pause. I was always like this, I think. And I did have the big one with the pouch. The mother. And it was hot. Always. Very hot. With short grass and yellow cracked ground. And the sun never set.
Could I make a
Never.
lore check real quick?
Yes.
Thank you, Sigmund, for just randomly talking about the world domain.
Yep.
Okay, Vane. Mr. Investigation himself. 14.
Oh boy.
14 logic.
Yeah, no, that checks out, actually. There is a place like that. That sounds like a place in Ushend. But that is very far away from here. As Ushend is the continent locked in time.
So he knows that that does correctly describe a place. And that it's a place very far away from here.
Yep.
Could you tell me anything else about this place?
I think my mom was once with more people like her. But then she left. Because of me, she said the time?
Was there any additional clarification to this, or was that just the only stated reason?
I think my father was a problem. Somehow. He's narrowing his eyes at this speculative statement, like, because he doesn't seem to quite understand how these puzzle pieces are fitting together.
Okay. So, your partner. You only have one teammate, so I'm just going to refer to them as your current partner. You had no prior contact with them before meeting and them agree to take on your request. Would that be a correct statement?
I think because there was a gap between meeting and joining where he was very interested and asked me a lot of questions.
Would any of these be similar to the ones I'm asking?
Kind of. He was really interested in me not being able to tell him anything after a certain point.
Have you ever gone to a doctor for these memory issues?
No.
Any particular reason why not?
I just can't remember things. I'm not unhealthy.
Okay.
That's what doctors... And then he's going to pause and, like, wonder. Do they?
Not all doctors would be able to help with it, but there are multiple doctors who could.
Oh.
After all, sometimes memory loss is a symptom of various other things, one of which I do know of is the result of a psychic attack. There are some others, but they're considered less common. Or more common, but it depends about certain events. Now, as far as I'm aware, your partner is currently not at Domovoy. Did they give a reason for leaving or going somewhere else?
I wanted gloves. So I was coming here to get gloves. And then he said, I know of some really good material. Stay here. And that was the last time I saw him.
What other towns have you visited before coming here? You mentioned meeting in Gullikin.
Well, we had to go to Lulite. And then we came here. Kind of got angry at some people. And then we had to go back to Lulite. And then he said he had a great idea because we were wasting our time with this small time stuff. And so we snuck into Hamoa. And then he's going to pause as if trying to remember. Getting the purple man to talk with the people in front of the swirly barrier thing. And then when he was doing that, we walked in. Quietly. And then we had a bad time, actually. A very bad time.
Any notable events?
After going through a floor with nothing on it at all, things were suddenly harder. And I got my butt kicked. So he said we were strong enough, we just needed better stuff. So then I said I wanted gloves because I like punching. And then he said, I know where I can get some great materials. And I was supposed to line up a blacksmith that would make me gloves out of, what was it? Crimson scales.
Alright, would Vane have heard of this at all? Or do you want me to make, like, another check, or...
You can make another check, but the guild may not keep track of blacksmith requests. But
Oh yeah,
the
but I mean, like,
statement-
of hearing about the material.
Ah,
He wants to know what he can figure out about the material. 5.
well, Magikarp scales are more orange than red, but
Yeah.
if he was trying to hype it up, crimson does sound, air quotes, cooler.
And did they give any sort of reference to what this material might be? In greater detail to you.
They said it was red and it was tough. And a scale, I think? Is it one scale? How do you make a glove out of one scale?
Slight topic change. Have you had any additional memory problems since the initial gap, or is it just the one?
My memory from before isn't the greatest either. Though I've got pieces. I can remember everything fine after the boat.
The reason that I'm asking is because you seem to be having trouble remembering details about stuff that's happened even recently.
Oh, what?
With your answers.
Which one?
Multiple of them, you're having trouble at least remembering the specific details of things. The general ones you're giving, but any sort of specifics you're mostly not.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'll try again.
In that case, with your partner, you were supposed to come here and line up a blacksmith while he went off and got a red scaled material.
Yes.
You would need certain information in order to actually line up a blacksmith for something like this. Have any of the blacksmiths shown recognition of this material?
No. But some did take my measurements.
And about how long ago did you last see your partner?
Nine days? No. Longer. Actually. It's been a really long time, actually. As he's going to, like, start counting on his hands. As maybe he's got more memory problems than he's letting on.
Yeah, which is why Vane was asking, because he was giving really, really, like, shitty detail quality answers. And having trouble remembering things. Which either means he's having additional memory problems, or he's faking it.
Oh my god, I've been here for 3 weeks.
So you last saw him 3 weeks ago?
Yes?
Did you last see him here and you split off from there, or did you split off from him in a different town and come here?
We were on a Tauros wagon heading back here because we lost in Hamoa. And he had a great idea and he hopped off the wagon. While I kept going to Domovoy.
Would this have been before or after the river? As that sort of divides the area, and that would give me a pretty good idea.
That's before.
Before the river? Okay. Now, you mentioned that they said they had a good idea and were going to get this material. Did they give any sort of reference to where they were going for it?
River? Before he snaps and remembers something. Oh, wait, I remember. Wait. Does that matter? Maybe? No? After we went to Domovoy, he did buy something. Well, he didn't buy. Well, he kind of bought something. he got a knife, but it was a weird knife.
What about the knife made it weird?
It was curved, and it had a hole in it. With a really short blade.
Just using your, your arms and claws, could you give me about a representation of how large the knife was?
Okay.
Is it like a small knife or is it a big knife? Because he said the blade was short, but it could also have like a really long handle. So
It did have a longer handle, but the blade went on for about 3 inches.
So, was this blade something that he was able to just purchase, or did he have to have it custom made?
He asked around about it, and then he went to some of the smiths underground to find one that was trying to sell it. Apparently, a lot of smiths make things to show their skill or for homework, and then don't really want it afterwards, so they try and sell them.
Okay. So, was this during your first trip here?
It was when we were getting ready to leave, but yes, it was our first time here.
Okay.
Oh, wait. And he's going to ponder again if the thing he's thinking of matters.
Vane will wait a second.
He really wanted to see the Flygon.
Oh, inside of the Hamoa dungeon?
Yes. We never made it to the Flygon.
Did he give a reason as to why he wanted to see the Flygon?
He wanted to try something. Because enemies drop items when you beat them. But if you take a piece off of them, does it disappear or does it become a material?
And he specifically wanted a Flygon to test this on.
He said dragon or something. Dragon or bomb? Something like that.
That's strange, but... Is there anything else of note that you can remember about this particular interest of his?
I never saw him use it, actually, even though he bought it. But he always had it. Well, not when we were around other people, then he put it away, but when we were going through the floors, he had it, but then he always checked the map first thing every time we went onto a new floor.
Did he ever explain to you the reasoning why, or was this just a habit you noticed?
Yeah, he said it's because... And he's going to pause. It's important to greet other teams if they're on the floor.
Did you ever end up coming across any teams on the same floor as you?
No. Wait. There was that one, the purple guy, kinda lapped us. With a yellow boy. Went right past us.
And what did your partner think of that?
Kinda stressed him out somehow.
When that happened, did he do anything in particular?
He only put the knife away. Like, real hurry.
Okay.
Told me to keep watching the map now. More than that.
Okay. Now, as a bit of a question, I introduced myself to you at the start of this. Can you remember what my name is? Or my team?
He's pursing his lips slightly. No.
Alright. In that case, would you mind staying here for a small while?
Okay.
And, Vane is going to gather up his notebook, because he's keeping his notes in it. He doesn't want that going anywhere. And he's just going to look at the Kangaskhan kid and go, okay, I will be back in about 20 minutes. Do you need anything while I'm gone?
Can I have some water?
Yeah, sure. I'm imagining that Vane, like, has the water on him, but is it in, like, any sort of, like, bottled water form, or...
Yeah.
Alright. He'll just take because the reason I'm asking is because I know we have, like, supplies
Yes.
as a part of, like, the food ration stuff, so... He'll just take one of those and hand it to him.
All right. He is content. He is content to wait now.
And, Vane is going to be flying to Sigmund's house.
Oh boy.
Because,
Thankfully, the doctor is in.
Yep. Along with the various other individuals. But he is flying right over to Sigmund. And he is knocking on Sigmund's door.
It is slightly rowdy inside, but Sigmund opens the door. Hello, Vane.
Sigmund, are you capable of putting up illusions for yourself right now?
I am.
In that case, there is a rather curious individual that I'm effectively questioning due to some various related things, and might be a chosen weird situation having memory problems. But it's not
All right.
just prior memory problems, they're ongoing memory problems.
He will raise a brow. Fascinating.
I checked, they were unable to even remember my name even though I had introduced myself not even 20, 30 minutes beforehand. Multiple times.
And you are usually someone that leaves an impression.
Oh, and in order to make this even weirder, they're a male Kangaskhan kid.
What?
There is a reason I immediately came to you for any sort of medical checkup on this. I'm not going to bother asking a guild doctor about it.
Alright, you know what? Fair. Let's get to this then.
And Vane is also just kind of hoping to himself, please tell me this guy's staying where he's supposed to be.
Thank God that the answer is yes.
Because you half expected him to either make a break for it if he was fucking around, or if he wasn't, to forget he was supposed to stay there.
Well, here's the thing. By the time you do get there, he is asleep on the table.
Aww.
Is he just like straight up laying on the table, or is he just like face down?
He has crawled on top of the table and he is passed out.
Well, I guess this gives me at least a little bit of extra time to brief you on things. Here's the notes for the recorded notes that I'm taking about this. He's made some interesting claims.
Interesting claims.
Yes, such as claiming he's from the time-locked area, the day side of it.
Interesting.
Or at least a place that matches the description of it.
Probably from the summer region then. Or at least that's where what these notes would indicate. Okay.
Also, I can't believe that I have to thank that Ciel was in the Hamoa dungeon with Kaza at one point, because that gave me some interesting profile information.
Did it?
Yeah, his partner has a knife that he hides whenever anyone else comes around, and keeps it out all the time in the dungeons. Apparently wants to experiment on a Flygon in particular. At one point, Ciel with Kaza was blazing through the dungeon and ended up lapping them. To which his partner immediately hurried to put away the knife in a panic.
That's concerning.
Considering that the reason I'm investigating this person is because they peeled the scales off of a Magikarp with a knife.
I understand your point.
I guess the first thing... Do you want me to do anything to help check if he has a void parasite? I do have a demonic entity attached to me, so...
Let's see how your shadow reacts to him.
Alright, well, the doctor is recommending it, so Vane is going to slowly start having his shadow creep towards it, and is waiting to see if his shadow has any particular reaction. First, just for information. Second, to stop it from leaping on the guy if they do have one and it wants it.
It is getting close, but oddly enough, it does not seem to want to make physical contact.
Even if he pushes it towards him slightly? Or is it just a lack of desire?
There is a slight resistance at about 2 inches, as if like there is like a rim around a glass, and it can push through, but you can almost see like a line as it is going around this air quotes barrier.
Vane is gonna let it follow the line and just surround it instead, and just look up at Sigmund with like a slight little like, oh, look at that.
He is frowning as he is looking. He's like, that's...
Well, I know of 2 things in particular that tend to have this kind of reaction to demonic. To which I am now very hopeful that this individual happens to somehow have a natural glut of fairy or something.
That, or we might have another Wade situation on our hands.
I am consideringly... Look, I don't trust my luck, and you know why. But I can hope that it's fairy. I'm not going to place a bet on it, though. Well, this gave us some interesting information. What next?
Well, I guess I'm going to have to start checking him out. And were there any inconsistencies with this story?
A few, mostly towards the beginning. He claims that he was putting in requests with the guild, but also there is no record of any requests being put in with the guild. He first remembers things starting on a boat, at least, after the initial memory blackout. And the boat was heading towards Gullykin. At Gullykin, he met his current teammate and joined a team with them. He's looking for his mother and has memories of his father, but getting details out of him is rather hard because, well, either he's being resistant or his memory is just awful.
Fair enough.
I do have access to his team notes as well, if you want to look at those along with the meeting notes.
Well, I have good news and I have bad news. Actually, that it might just be the same.
Well, if it's mixed, it could be worse, so...
This is pretty similar to a Wade situation, but I can't find a void parasite. I can't even find a trace of it.
Do you think that that means this is a mix of Wade and CL, then?
It makes me think more on Shia.
Oh.
Except I've never had such difficulty trying to peer into a mind at all. This is very obfuscated.
Okay. So his account of the area, do you notice anything that might point to it not being correct for the summer area of the time-locked area?
Can't find those memories at all.
I was wondering about that, because he gave a very general gist of it, but didn't give any details. Can you find any memories of him learning about that place? This has made the situation so weird. What the hell?
Well, Sigmund finds 2 things.
Oh boy.
No, that should be enough for 3 different things.
Well,
1, he did not have this he did not have those when he did not tell his partner anything about where he was from when they first met. But there is, air quotes, a script here. A thing, a series of basically, yes, this is your story, as if a stage play with no actual memories, but like
so,
a recollection in a book.
so would you say that this is something similar to what would happen if, for instance, you were trying to assign a certain set of memories to someone without actually having access to the memories?
It's like some signals got crossed and they replicated a void parasite. But I'd say this is pretty shoddy work.
Yep, that actually makes sense, because Culty, or at least A Culty, did mention at one point
that the gods were trying to make us be villains, and they were going to be rewriting our memories, or assigning different memories to us to make sure that happened. The void parasites got in the way. This one doesn't have a void parasite.
It's one thing that I can pull out, though. Out of beyond everything, there is one memory that seems fairly genuine. There seems to be an Eevee named Ashton, but this was before he was even brought here. I don't know if this will matter, though.
When you say brought here, do you mean came to Gullykin, or do you mean like you're confirming for sure that he is a chosen?
He is definitely a chosen.
That's what I thought, but again, you're the expert here, so.
Yes. But here's where it gets interesting. He did look up information about the world, and as soon as he found a place that fit the script, it started to fill out for him, as if he'd always known it.
Meaning he also doesn't really think of it as learning it and then assigning it. It means that whenever he thinks back to that, he
thinks it was always the case.
Yeah, it was just him forgetting for a little bit, and now he remembers that it was always the case.
Yep.
Well, if I'm right about this, I also won't say I'm particularly surprised about them being lazy enough to let him do the work. And anything to explain the ongoing memory problems?
Well, I'm not quite sure what they did to simulate the void parasite, but I've never had such difficulty even peering into a mind before. I can't imagine how difficult it is to even string coherent thoughts with all this fog.
So, does this mean we're going to have to try to reverse engineer the dark type fairy treatment for someone with a potential glut of astral?
Potentially.
Astral's weak to dark. I wonder where we could get a good amount of dark type energy. Rolling its eyes slightly.
He's going to like, give Vane a bit of a side eye. But that does make me wonder if he was, air quotes, intended to meet that partner of his.
Considering everything...
Someone that just so happens to coincidentally get his attention.
Yeah, and considering the fact that he, quote-unquote, knew that no one inside that guild hall could help him, except for this one individual he met, where he immediately went along with everything they said.
Seems pretty clearly staged.
Sigmund.
Yep.
So, do they have any memories of any dreams?
Let me check. Oh. That's hilarious.
I'm going to be angry, aren't I?
I don't think you will, actually.
Ooh.
Cresselia showed up and he bit her. He bit her right on the face.
I definitely could be angrier right now.
So, no, she didn't end up doing anything. She left it with quite the substantial amount of indignity.
So nothing active here. But also, if we're right about that little staged partner, I wonder why Cresselia, of all people, would be attempting to get in contact with them.
That's the question now, isn't it? A lot of speculation, but no definitive answers just yet.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing that I happen to know that they were heading in the direction of Lulite and they have a certain fascination near Hamoa. I don't want to miss them, so... The question is, do I follow the trail that I know, or do I try to head them off where I think they're going? They broke into the Hamoa dungeon once already. He doesn't have a partner to keep watch on the map is good.
And then something is going to occur to Sigmund. Vane?
Yes?
Where's Kaza?
As far as I knew, Kaza was with... It's because they were going to be planning the whole party thing. And then they were going to be checking up on the... They were going to be checking up on the community service in Hamoa. Slight shadow twitching.
Back with the other group.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let that cliffhanger, that scene. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, hello. How are we still going along the fence then?
You have finished that, and Wade and Kaza have since arrived.
So it's Wade right now?
No, it's
Sorry,
actually
sorry,
passed.
Paz.
It's
Okay.
passed right now.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I actually did wanted to mention. Usually, Wade would have taken over by now, but it's strangely still pass.
Yes.
Yeah, when Paz sees them, he's going to wave at them.
Oh, hey guys. They're back. It's Paz. Wait. Paz, wait. Wait, Paz. Wait.
Pass.
The way he's waving, it seems very Pazzy. Yeah, I think that's Paz. Hey, Paz!
Hey, Chomper. Hey. Hey.
That's definitely a Pazzy hey. Hey, Casa.
Hello.
How are things going? How is the community service going?
Just
Let's
waiting
go.
for the patrol.
Oh, What?
Rella stretches a bit. We're about 2 hours down.
Ah, that's nice. Only 4 more hours to go? Question mark?
Yeah.
And so far, the highlight is a ditto turning into things in a merchant shop.
Oh, that does sound fun.
Yeah,
Kind of.
but then they ended up turning into the cash
Maybe.
register and took money out of the register.
See, I thought it would be cleaning up trash, but this is a lot neater.
Do you think they'd still function as a cash register?
But they taste the money?
I
mean, I guess you do need to have money in you to be convincing. But like, would the buttons work? Do the buttons?
Can you put them in an outlet?
Did the Dido stole the money from the actual cash register and put it in itself?
Yes, it did do that.
Yeah, and it also became the register.
You know, now I am actually curious how all of that works. Maybe it depends on the Dido how convincing it is.
Hey, either way, we're almost done with this, right? Ready to go to the party already.
Oh no, the party's not for a while.
Oh?
What?
It's in the afternoon.
We've only started. We've got quite a bit left to go.
I thought it's been like 4 hours already. Oh boy.
It's been. But Pyro just said that it's been 2. Or was that Rallis?
That was Rallis.
Rallis just says that it's been 2 hours.
It's going slow then with this fence. Well, only way we make time go faster.
It might actually be 3 hours because Rallis showed up an hour late.
Well, he's trying to like piggyback on theirs and hope that
He's trying to get out of doing 1 hour of his 6-hour community service. Let's go, Rallis.
Wow.
Let's hope Town Hall isn't actually paying that close attention.
If Vane finds out about this, he's never letting Rallis live it down.
Honestly, very appropriate. So when is this patrol starting?
It should be pretty soon, actually.
What does the patrol involve?
Going to the impacted tree, and finishing the lap until you end up back in Hamoa. They can show you on the map.
Finishing the lap, I see. Okay, makes sense.
It's a rather circular route through the forest, with the impacted tree kind of being the halfway point.
Makes sense. Okay.
At least that's how it was when I used to take these.
You were the were you the one that used to do this on a regular while you were living here?
I did. You can build up some merit points with the guild by taking on non-dungeon jobs and just local jobs.
True.
And since patrolling the forest isn't a particularly difficult task, there's no rank restriction for it.
You lived here?
Yeah, this is Kasa's hometown.
It is.
Oh.
This is also where most of us arrive in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be
Oh.
specific, they arrived at the tree. I just happened to find them first.
One sec.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah. I ended up somewhere different.
It does seem that chosen do get scattered into groups or isolated.
It seems to be random. However that goes, but at the same time, it also seems like there's some sort of like select locations where they spawn. If some of them the alt pig is beside in the time it's estimated to go by.
Yeah. I ended up, I think, in a grove near Namu City.
Namu City. What is that? Where is that?
That's pretty close to the capital, isn't it? Relatively speaking, at least compared to here.
It's one of the more modernized, I guess, places here.
I see.
By the way,
By the way, how long does the patrol last? So usually, Casa, or at least how long did it take you to do it?
if I didn't pause, it was probably an hour round trip.
Wait, does this mean we took that long on a half-an-hour trip that eventually we needed to get teleported in episode 1?
We kept getting sidetracked.
Excellent.
Nice.
Could say we were lost in chaos.
Yeah.
Roll
Yes,
credits.
I would say that actually. Yes.
Roll credits.
You know what, Zim? How much time is left on this recording?
7 minutes.
All right. You know what? We're leaving on that one.
Roll
Trevor
credits.
looks at the screen, smiles. Little Looney Tunes thing circles around him and closes. Give us a wink.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today for Lost in Chaos Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, picking up packs of cards to stream loot, grabbing some merch over at zgfgaming.store, or by commissioning one of the artists that I manage for. Their information is at zgf.art. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye bye.
Later, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.